Greetings from 9 to Finder. It was a weekend hunt. I was off Friday, so did hunt a little bit of Friday in the morning. Then really short outing in the evening. Did some minimal hunting on Saturday, like half an hour while I was out in the exploring with my daughter, and then did another hunt on Sunday morning till about 1 p.m. So we'll go chronological here. It's probably my best finds ever for a 2-day hunt like that. So I initially went to this old church that had a really small lawn, and it's gonna be converted to condos. I know of another church like that I want to hunt. Did not find really that much there. I was hoping for some old silver, but I got some old pennies. I got and a dime. 65, 66, 44, 42, 43, and 44 George VI penny, and 44 wheat. One George penny was pretty bad condition, probably the worst Georgie I got so far. Actually, this one was stuck with one of the other Georgies together. Okay, so that was it for that place. Then I went to the toboggan park, where I pulled out to the particular spot in that park where I pulled out already large Canadian cent and couple silver dimes last time, and I just wanted to finish the spot. So I hit very close to where I got the Canadian largie. I had also 1919, what appears to me a British halfpenny. It looks pretty green. Unfortunately, it was between the roots, so pulling out, I gave it a tiny little scratch. I think my thinking is if I do a thorough cleaning on this one, although this side is pretty toasty, that scratch might not be that visible. I try to feel it, and it does not. It really scratched the green only from the looks of it, so it might look a little better if it looks a little bit more like copper. But that's a great find. Got some early pennies. 56 wheatie, 66 and 67 Canadian, and I got a clad spill. I think overall for 2 days I got $4.55 in clad. Here's the other two. After toboggan, I went to this York, I call it York park and school. That place was full of pennies. The good thing is that my first signal was this. Well, let me show you. It's not in awesome condition, but I don't know if I can focus well. It's 1854 Bank of Upper Canada half-penny token, and when I looked at it, it has a die crack between L and F of the half. I don't know if this variety is worth more, but I couldn't find that one out. I also got 64 and 45 pennies, 45 Georgie. It looks like the place was partially reworked and probably partially hunted with only pennies. After getting the token, and getting the 45 Georgie, all I got is just modern pennies, coppers. So after that, that was it for the Friday's hunt. On Saturday, I went exploring with my daughter, and we went to a river park. But on the way to the river park, we stopped by a little park, or not even a park, a place by old parking lot by railway tracks. So we went exploring on the railway tracks. I found the knife in the church as well. I found there's 5 of those railway stakes. There was so much more there, but I just picked 5 decent ones. And my daughter eyed this little rock, which was interesting. It has gold inclusions. It's probably pyrite, but for her it's gold. So that was interesting. So then I went to the river park, and it's we did some magnet fishing. Didn't find anything. Very little magnet fishing, and I did very little metal detecting, and I had a toonie in the grass, and got a couple of wartime Wheaties and a 1960 Canadian penny. So the next day I went to check out I finished I went to Toboggan a little bit more to check out the surrounding areas to the spot, but did not find much. Oh well, I found something. I found this. Let me see that this is bigger item. Somebody left this little bugger. I guess they were playing golf in the park. So I'm not gonna take that sock out, but it's a golf club. So this will go well with all the balls, golf balls that I found this year. So I went to the park I called Two Triangles Park. Lots of junk, but what I found by the tree, I call that intruder marks. To me it looks like somebody dug that out, didn't feel like carrying a heavy object. Looks like scratches here, and looks like came out of dirt. So other than that, I found a few garbage objects. I think these things came out of this park. I have no idea what they are. One of them has some kind of markings on them, and maybe they come from some kind of lamp or something like that. one of them has markings, not this one. I think the small one has, yeah, small one has something written on this. Beats me what that is. So I quickly moved on and went to another park that I wanted to check out, and I hit on the right spot. Pretty much right off the get-go, the first thing I got was that 1917 to 1925 Type 2 Walking Liberty. Pretty worn, but you can see it's Type 2 by the 3 stars, and so it's most likely, and the date is worn off, so most likely before 1925. So in a span of like 20 minutes I was up to 3 silvers. Got the 1949, 1952. I posted live videos from the field on this. Got 1953, another one from 1953. I got a little toy soldier, a musket ball, what looks like a musket ball, looks like spent musket ball, little copper doohickey or whatever it is. You can tell that the spot is good when you find something like this on the surface. It's Maple City. It says patent pending, November 1905. It's from an oil can. It even has the seal still on it. Maybe somebody needs it for an oil can. So I found this old brass copper cross. It says something about St. Christopher and St. Joseph. I found this 1935 Canadian penny, my first one, and I got a whole bunch of the coppers were old there. Everything was old. I didn't really find too much modern pennies over there. So you know, okay, so I got a whole bunch of Georges. I didn't even put the dates here. I just wanted to get the video done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Georges. So that's I got like what, almost 15 Georges. Another 10 Wheaties, probably. There's what, 5 here, and the earliest one is 1920, so that's real early. And well, that's pretty much it. That covers it. So this was really successful hunt. This was done really in a span of 2 hours, no more than 2 hours. I was at that spot. I need to go there again. The rather small space that I think there's going to be some more. I think I hit the best spots, so but hopefully I can pull a silver or 2 out of there still. I was gonna do shout outs today, but I think I'm running out of time. I try to keep my videos under 15 minutes, so I'm gonna do shout outs on the next videos. So until then, happy hunting, and good luck to everyone. Thanks, bye.